guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I have the Joyo Tweedy amp. So Joyo Amps sent me this little tiny box. This is so small, man. I really didn't expect to be so small. I guess it would be something like my mini rectifier that I have here, but it's like a lunchbox, really small. I mean, you guys have to, you know, it's the size of your hand basically. And it's an hybrid amp. It has a tube and has 2 channels, Bluetooth, and it sounds great. I'm using the Wall 2-notes torpedo for cabinets. It's a Princeton cabinet, miking up with two microphones. Maybe put a picture here, put it low because it has 20 watts and it's a lot of power for just a small tiny box. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see here on the camera, I hope so. My second camera is dead for now. This is a Tweedy. So you have this switch to choose between channel 1 and channel 2, being that this is more driven channel 2, but you can also get some distortion on channel 1. Then you have here a switch for power, and this one engages Bluetooth, okay? Now, I'm yet to discover what Bluetooth does yet because there's no app, but it engages Bluetooth. Anyways, so into this is going into my 2-notes torpedo, and then wall of sound for the cab. And I'm using a Les Paul now because you guys saw in the intro of the video our Fender sounds. So there's a lot of tones that you can get from this small box. So right now on the bridge pickup of this Les Paul, sort of a clean, everything at noon. Starts to have a little bit more distortion because of humbuckers, right? But then the controls are very cool. So let's start with the gain. So if I put the gain all the way down, there's no volume, of course, just a little tiny bit. Increase my volume here. So I have more of a clean tone with my Les Paul. Now, the tone will certainly change when you change speakers because every cab is different and the tone basically comes from your speaker. So bear with me because I think the combination that I got here in the torpedo wall of sound with 2 microphones is great. But I can mess around with it and even get it better. So let's put this on the middle. That's probably too hot. On the neck pickup. It's like their take on a Fender amp, right? Sounds really great. Now, what you have down here, as you guys can see, you have gain, voice, tone, and volume for both channels. So gain, voice, tone, and volume. The voice thing, take a listen. I'm going to play a chord. I'll just play 2 strings. If I turn it anti-clockwise, it darkens up a lot the tone. If I go clockwise, it introduces distortion in the mid-range. Okay? So right now I'm not touching the gain, just this voice. If it's maxed out, I have to then compensate with my master volume. I think it's clipping. I think it is, really. So you have distortion, the less volume, so it doesn't clip the converters, on the first channel just by moving around the voice knob. The neck pickup. Great tones. Now, put it back at noon, then you have I have to do this tone. So let's put it completely clockwise and you have more treble. Anti-clockwise, and it darkens up. So totally off. If you have a very bright guitar, and now totally to the right. Also some top end distortion is added. Okay, so it sounds really cool. Now if I put this again at noon and engage my drive almost at maximum, I have to take very care of the master volume so it doesn't clip the converters, because I think it already clipped a little bit. Maxed out on channel 1. Very warm tone. You want more mids and more distortion? Okay, now if I do this cool little trick, everything maxed out. I haven't tested yet, but so it's really cool. Okay, let's leave this at noon as it was and do the same thing now for the second channel. Okay, doing second channel, much more drive. I mean, almost. Okay, let's go for the bridge pickup and increase the gain, totally maxed out. There's a lot of noise because I don't have a noise gate here. So you can get into that fuzzy territory, and I think I'm clipping, so I gotta put this a little bit low in master volume and increase my master here. So let's go back and roll down the volume, the gain I mean, and increase the voice. Once again, you have more distortion in high mids. Now, like I said before, changing cabinets will totally change the tone. So let's put this anti-clockwise off, basically. Almost cleans up the tone. And now let's do the same with the tone control. Now, anti-clockwise, we'll take all the treble out. It's cool, I'm going to increase the gain here. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's put this at noon and max out the gain here. Lots of noise. Crazy amounts of distortion. And then of course I'm gonna do another video where I'll change my cab and put like a 4x12 with selection speakers, a totally different thing with this Tweedy Fenderish tone amp, because it really sounds good. And for clean tones, this is amazing. Also overdrive tones, and it's very lightweight, you know. Also on this amp, I'm gonna pick it up. I hope it doesn't mess around with my transformer. But you have this antenna that you can remove on the back, okay? Oh, come on, don't fall apart, please. Then you also have an effects loop. This is very important, an effects loop to have your effects, really cool. Have phones, you have a foot switch that comes included. This is a speaker out, and I believe it's 8 ohms. I can't recall right now. Your power here, but you know, the foot switch is very handy to switch channels, and then the effects loop in a tiny box like this. I think they did an amazing job. This weighs absolutely nothing. It's so light, and you can take this to your gig, you know, to your concert, and put it on a cab, blast it out, and won't you stay there? Okay, and 20 watts is more than enough. So hope you guys enjoyed this small video from the Joyo. Again, many thanks to Joyo for sending this amp. I think I'm gonna ask them if they can send me another type of amp so I can make a different review on the different amps they have to offer at this price point. Great little amps, and includes a lot of packs, and includes a lot of features like the FX loop is a godsend in these little amps. I know that many don't have that, and it sounds great, man. Now depends on the cab that you're plugging, everything's gonna change, okay? So bear that in mind. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!